I'm trying to contemplate how it is that the government side can say that turning on its head this key component of the Accountability Act is in the interests of military combat situations. We're talking about military police investigating events that have occurred that are potentially of a criminal nature after the fact. The Provost Marshal would certainly be able to control when military police are investigating an event. The idea that the Chief of Defense Staff, something that had never occurred to them in 1998, that it was rather than being contradicted that Chief of Defense Staff should ever give instructions to affect the investigation of an event being investigated by military police. We're now told that in 2013 we suddenly realize that since 1998 this separation of authorities would somehow have put people at risk in field of battle. It absolutely, they say I don't understand it. They're right. I don't believe it. I don't understand how it could possibly be the case that one would want to accept this reason for making this entire bill potentially violate the Charter. And I ask my friend for Beaches, East York, for his thoughts.
The honourable member for Beaches, East York.
Thank you very much, Mr. Speaker. And the people of East York would be most upset not to have the riding called by its appropriate name and to fall under the shadow of the folks in the beach. Yeah, the government side has offered up this very narrow hypothetical set of circumstances, Mr. Speaker, to put a bill that is on the whole a very positive step forward in danger of being deemed unconstitutional. And I think that the general rule and principles as set out in the accountability framework, Mr. Speaker, should survive into Bill C-15. These are the expectations of Canadians, that any justice system be fair and reasonable, and I would even dare suggest that most Canadians would suggest that there be a higher onus on a justice system that applies to the men and women of our armed forces in light of what we ask them to do on our behalf, Mr. Speaker.